Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Haley Dixon from High Definition Beauty, and today we're going to be doing the eye look that you see on my eyes now. So let's just skip the long intro and get right into it. Hey, so I did my eyebrows and my foundation off camera, so we can just get started with the eye look. First we're going to go in with our Urban Decay eye primer, and we're just going to get a tiny little bit, like not even much at all. And if you see me looking over there, that's my viewfinder, sorry. So we're just gonna rub that into our fingers and then put that all over the lid. Make sure it's fully blended, just so your eyeshadow pigments don't get all muddy. So once you have that done, next we're going to go into our Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're going to go into this shade right here with a little bit of this one also. And we're going to take that on a fluffy blending brush and just put that all over the lid to set our eye primer. So once you're done with that, then we're going to take the same color or the same brush, and we're going to go into these two shades right here and just take a little bit of that and go into our crease. We really want to focus on the outer edge of our eye just to give our eye a little bit more shape and definition. Blending that color into the crease, back and forth motions, like that. And once you get that all blended out, next we move on to the lid. So we're going to take a packing brush and we are going to go into these two shades right here and pack it on pretty well and put that all over the lid, but focus just on the lid. Try not to get it like outside of the lid. So we're just, again, packing on that pigment onto the lid and making sure that it's all evenly distributed. So we're trying to focus on just doing this, like the round shape that you see here. That works best for my eye shape. So once you're done with that, you're going to take your blending brush, your eyeshadow blending brush, and you're just going to blend those two together on a clean brush. Just a lot of blending, back and forth, window, wiper types of movement. Is that what it's called? A window wiper? I think so. Okay. So then I'm just going to go back in with that same dark shade on our packing. Okay. So then I'm just going to go back in with that same dark shade on our packing brush and just fill that back in from some of the fallout that we had. We blended it a little bit too much, which is okay, that happens every time. So we're just gonna blend that out. I'm also going to go back in with that transition shade that we had and further blend it out. So now that we have both of our eyes blended, we can move on to mascara. I'm going to be using the Telescope Carbon Black by L'Oreal Paris, and I'm just going to evenly coat all of my upper lashes. I'm not going to use too much just because I'm going to be putting on lashes later. But this is just so they blend better with the lashes. Okay, so now that I'm done with mascara, I'm going to go off camera and do lashes, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we're done with eyelashes, I'm just going to take my Kat Von D tattoo liner just to cover the eyelashes seam to make them look more natural. And now that we're done with that, I'm going to move on to the rest of the face. First, we're going to start with concealer, and I'm going to put that under my eyes, on my forehead, a little bit on my nose, and my chin. I'm going to be using the Tarte Tape Shape in the shade Light Medium. And now we're just going to blend that out with a And now to do the rest of the blending, I'm going to take my wet beauty blender and just blend that completely into my foundation. Also, don't worry if I look a little bit crazy right now, we're not done with the eyes.
So just using tapping motions to blend out that concealer and make sure we look flawless.
Okay, so now once you're done with the blending, now we're going to move on to bronzer, and I'm going to use my bronzing brush, and I'm going to go into the Hoola Benefit Bronzer and just put that on my cheekbones, focusing it more on this outer edge right here in sort of an L shape, and going like halfway between the edge of my face and my lips. So I'm going to stop right about here. Just blending that in, making sure it's evenly distributed. Next, I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead. And a little bit on my nose because we want to be a bronzed beauty. A snatched bronze beauty. Okay, so now that we're done with that, now I'm going to go into my setting powder. This is the Cover Fix. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that on a big fluffy brush and set my under eyes. Because next we are going to be going into our under eye shadow, which is the fun part of this makeup look. So now that I'm all set, we're going to go back into our Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're going to go into the teal sort of green color we see right here. And I'm going to take that on a very, very small packing brush and just dip into that very lightly and go under my eyes. You really want to pack on the color, but be sure to fully blend it out just to make sure that it doesn't look like just a straight green line under your eye. So just again, packing that color and making sure it's all blended out. And to fully ensure that it's all blended out, I'm going to go back into that brush that we used for our transition shade and just swipe that a little bit under it. To help it blend a little bit better. Next, we're going to go back in with that same mascara and we're going to do our bottom lashes. And now the eye look is almost all complete. We just need a little bit of highlighter. So I'm going to go into my Morphe palette, and this is the 35 OS. And I'm going to take the shade, I'm going to take the two shades that are right here and here, and I'm just going to blend them a little bit, just like that, and put the little bit of shine in my inner corner. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a very beautiful glow. All right, and for the last and final step, we are going to take setting spray just to set our face. And this will also give a little bit of stick for our highlighter to hold on to. So we're going to go back into that Morphe palette, the 35 OS, and back into those two highlighting shades. Well, I guess they're not highlighting shades. They're just shimmery eyeshadows, but I use them as highlighter. So again, back into those shades, and we're just gonna highlight our cheekbones to the gods, because on this channel we love highlighter. And then on the other cheek. And then of course, my favorite, a little bit on the nose. And down the center of our nose bridge. Okay. So now we're fully done with the look. You can take a little bit more of the setting spray just to lock everything in place. Oh, and the setting spray is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Okay guys, now that we're done with the eye look, I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a comment down below if you'd like to see my foundation or eyebrow routine or any other makeup video for that matter. And I hope you liked it, and please subscribe. Bye guys!